Hello, Crafty Crandall here, and today I thought it would be a good idea to do a paint and chat. So I am doing a real-time gouache painting for you today. This is something that I just sketched out of my brain and put in my sketchbook and decided to add some color to. It's been a really long time since I just sketched without a reference or sketched without really a purpose in mind, and so this was kind of a really fun just little sketchbook exercise to go through, and I thought it would be fun to film the painting process as I don't tend to film as much of my gouache painting, and I certainly don't usually leave filming in real time. So I know that previously my real-time paint with me had done fairly well on my channel, and so I figured I would try another one. Let me know if you like this style of video, as I'm always taking suggestions and I'm interested in what you are interested in seeing from me. Now to address the elephant in the room. It's been a few weeks since I have posted a video, and so I just kind of wanted to address that quickly. I have been going through a couple of things in my personal life, which I'm not going to go into really any detail about, but it has prevented me from really having the enthusiasm and the time for my artwork. Therefore, I haven't really had anything to film. I had a couple of videos kind of thought out, planned for, lined up, etc., and then kind of lost momentum with them. One of them in particular was supposed to be kind of hopping on the trend of doing an adult coloring, a children's coloring book, and I bought the coloring book and everything. I was all excited to do it, and then I have never really liked coloring. I think that's why I am drawn more so to painting, and so I just never did the video, and so I lost traction there. And then, like I said, I had a couple of personal issues going on and stuff, which honestly is still kind of affecting me in a way, but it's coming to an end hopefully, and I should have time to recommit to my channel. But I honestly also don't want to apply really too much pressure on myself, as I do have, a full-time occupation and other interests outside of just art and reading. I'm trying to learn the guitar, as I've spoken about a few times, and practicing the guitar takes a lot of time in addition to the rest of the stuff that I have scheduled. So while I love filming videos and have really found kind of a fun little hobby in YouTube, I don't want it to take up all of my free time, as I do have so many other things that I do enjoy doing. I think it'll be easier come winter, when it's not so nice outside, when I've got more time to just sit at home and not go outside and enjoy the weather. But in our short-lived northern New York, summertime, I'd prefer to be outside enjoying the weather, playing tennis, playing pickleball, going for walks, runs, going to the lake. There's just so much to do here, and so art kind of takes a back seat in the summertime. All of that aside, I also just wanted to come out here and kind of chat a little about my artistic process, about my artwork, and where I kind of see myself going artistically, and kind of my goals moving forward, as I think they have kind of shifted a little bit since I've last spoke about them. Quickly, just to speak a little bit more about the painting, I wanted to capture a piece with very sharp cheekbone features. There is a reason for that, and I just find that aesthetic to be really pleasing, and so that was kind of the driving force behind this picture. Again, I didn't really have a reference, so some of the proportions are obviously off. Her mouth would not be that small, her eyes wouldn't be that big, blah blah blah, but disregarding all of the proportions and everything, I do think that this piece was kind of therapeutic in a way, and just a really fun one to work on. That said, I do think I could have stood to remove some of the purple tones, at least in the hair, because I had been going for a more gray toned hairstyle. So as you see me continue to work on the various pieces within this painting, just know that those are my kind of overarching thoughts on the piece, and I would be interested to hear your thoughts as well on the painting down below. Now to talk a little bit more about kind of my artistic journey and my artistic goals at this point. I have a lot of interest in kind of taking a step back and re-exploring some pieces that I had done previously that I really love. And all of those pieces kind of center around music and kind of interpreting music into artwork. And that is something that I haven't been doing a lot of because, frankly, without concerts being a driving force in my music appreciation, I've kind of not been as inspired by it as I once was. But with concerts kind of coming back and being more available and kind of through the process of like falling back in love with music, I think that I want to take a step back into my process, or like back into kind of, and I quote, where I came from as an artist, and go back to doing some more of those types of pieces. Unfortunately, I don't think there's as much of an audience YouTube-wise for those types of pieces, but I will do my best to continue to document my artistic journey, and hopefully you will stick around for it. That said, I do still have some fun videos planned and will continue to put out content that is both, enjoyable from a YouTube standpoint, as well as more personal pieces that I'm interested in doing as well. I want to try to get a little bit more complex with my artwork. I think that, obviously if you look at this sketch, it is extremely simplistic, and I am not very good at adding detail. And so I did a couple of pieces at one point that I thought were decently well detailed and kind of more in the direction that I would like to see my artwork go. And so one of my newest primary goals is to try to get a little bit more detailed. I have so many people who I follow in the art community who create these masterfully detailed pieces. It's crazy to see how they include all of those details and just kind of just look at their pieces and really want to craft something similar. And so they have been huge inspirations. Forefront in my mind is The Last Coffee Bean. I've talked about them previously, but their latest pieces have been so inspirational from a detail-oriented standpoint. And so that goal kind of incorporated within my goal of depicting more of my music appreciation. I'd like to do some more detailed pieces surrounding some of the songs and albums that I've been listening to lately, and just take that kind of plunge into developing more of a style, if you will. On the topic of style, I don't think I really have one. It's a huge topic in the art community, developing your style. And as you can see from this piece, I don't have a defined style. My style is kind of more geared toward realism and just, unpolished, cartoonish, within realism, I guess. And so it would take a lot of development to craft that into what more people would call a stylized work of art. And so I kind of want to take a step back away from characterization and humanoid stylization, and kind of take a step further into developing a style within more still life or interpretive work, which I think, again, The Last Coffee Bean does a great job with. They can create a piece of art with just items and make it super stylized. And so I'm kind of taking a leaf out of their book, but applying it more so to my personal interests and trying to create something for myself. Music is something that I've always been interested in, and it's something that I love kind of merging with my artwork. And so that's where I'm coming from that standpoint. And I think if I can make it more of a stylized approach and kind of develop more of my artistic interests into it, then I should, in theory, be more successful than I've currently been or currently felt with my artwork. I think I've been going through a little bit of I wouldn't even call it a slump necessarily. I've been doing pieces that I like. I've been exploring new art mediums. I've been exploring kind of different techniques, and I've enjoyed that exploration, but at the same point, I haven't really created a piece of art that I've been super happy with in quite a long time. It's been definitely a while, and so kind of on top of the artistic goals that I've discussed so far, something else that I want to get into is taking more time on my art pieces and creating things that I'm genuinely happy with. I think the only pieces that I've been really happy with lately have been my more realistic portrait paintings. I think I've actually come quite a long way in portraiture and kind of depicting the human face, if you will. But at the same time, because I've been so focused on that and because that's what most of my pieces have been, I've kind of moved away from my art style or my art roots or whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of where the direction that I want to go in. I want to fix that, and I want to take a step in a new direction with my artwork. I'd be interested to hear if you are kind of having a similar artistic crisis. I don't know if I would call it a crisis, but an artistic kind of renewal or kind of reconsidering some of your artistic goals. I know that a lot of my viewership are artists, in and of their own right, and so I would love to hear from you if this is something that you can relate to and any content kind of surrounding that you would be interested in seeing. I know this video is very much just kind of a chill, sit, paint, and chat with me, which I enjoy filming, and I enjoy kind of voicing over and just putting all of my thoughts out there for you, but I would like to do some more informative or some more kind of topic geared chats with my artwork. So any artistic topic that you'd be interested in hearing about my thoughts on, or anything that you would be interested from a video perspective, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I know that with the break and, the YouTube algorithm hates it when you take a break, so I'm not sure if anyone will even see this video, and so if you made it this far, thank you so much. Please give this video a like, and if you've made it this far, I'm assuming that you're already subscribed to my channel, which, again, thank you. But if you're not, I would also appreciate that, as I do plan on continuing to post content to this channel. My current schedule has been a little bit more hectic, but I do plan on Tuesdays being my consistent upload days as far as when I am able to consistently upload again. I also occasionally upload videos on Friday as kind of a bonus little gem, if you will, when I feel like it. Continuing forward with my discussion on art for just one more second. It's been an interesting kind of time period for me artistically, and I have one more goal that I want to share with you, which is a lot less intense, and that is to finish this sketchbook. So I think that the next several videos are probably going to be more sketchbook type videos with me kind of trying to explore this stylistic approach that I want to take. And so if I can get a few pieces in the sketchbook kind of exploring the style before I try a more finished piece or a more time-consuming piece, I think that would be mutually beneficial from my goal standpoint of finishing the sketchbook and also kind of working on developing stylistic elements that I am happy with and that I think fit my artwork. So that's kind of the plan, is to finish the sketchbook, do a sketchbook tour, and then I want to do another video where I test kind of overhyped or the products that everyone has reviewed on YouTube and stuff. So within that video, I would plan on also buying my next sketchbook, setting it up, all of that fun stuff that I personally love watching on YouTube. There is nothing more fun than watching a sketchbook video or a review video that's more centered around a piece that's painted or a piece that's created with whatever art supply is being reviewed. So those are kind of my future look thoughts for my channel. As far as other videos are concerned, I am not really sure what you can expect from me. I am about 4 books through the 5-book Black Prism series, so I would like to do a video reviewing that series and maybe doing another art piece on it. That series has been really good, and I do still want to include some I do still want to include some reading content in my channel because I love reading and I like watching booktube videos as well as art videos. So if I can incorporate the two together, I think that would be super fun. On that note, another idea I had was buying art supplies from a bookstore. If you'd be interested in seeing that video, let me know as well, because that's one that I'm also super excited for and I think would kind of merge the two again in my channel. Apologies for any speech impediment or speech issues with this video. To be honest, I like unedited chat videos, like when people leave their mistakes in their voiceovers. If you don't like that, if you like a more polished voiceover, please let me know that, because I am interested in hearing your feedback. I guess that's like the constant thing that I feel like I need on my YouTube channel is feedback from my viewership. So if you are still watching at this point and you have any form of feedback as far as this video content, the voiceover quality, the voiceover content, or the painting content, please feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. If your thoughts are, I hated it, it was terrible, you suck, get off of YouTube, that's fine. Let me know that. That is your opinion and you are entitled to that. So I appreciate your comment and viewership regardless. With that said, you guys, I think I will leave it here. This has been a super chill video, and like I said, I do plan on coming back with more regular videos coming up soon, so stay tuned, bear with me, and just know that I do plan on coming back. With that said though, feel free again to give this video a like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you are interested in any of the content that I've spoken about thus far. And just let me know your thoughts down below. As I finished out the background for this painting, I realized that yellow might not have been the best choice of color, as it kind of brought out the yellow tones in her skin, and I kind of wanted the more red pink tones of her skin to stand out. But you live and you learn, and I think that the yellow just contrasted with the purple, which is why I chose it, even though I wanted her hair to be gray. There we go, we came full circle. And with that, for now, I will leave you be to see the finished piece and just to click on the subscribe button again, or any videos of interest in the previews down below selected by YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Catch you in the next one. Bye.